Hey everybody, I just wanted to shoot kind of a quick reactionary video to the story I just posted that I read from Hedge on the troops amassing to the number of 150,000 troops from China amassing at the North Korean border. That's very interesting because I published a video on Saturday talking about, I believe it's 4D chess, or 10.2D chess as I call it. Wink. Alright, so that was my theory as I was sticking to the information that I had at the time. I didn't want to be too knee-jerky. I 100% ideologically agree with Rand Paul. I just had to believe, or have to believe, and still believe, and have not jumped off the Trump train, that what Trump's doing, I'm hoping to God, is the right thing. I understand. I'm not for preemptive military strikes. I'm not for the executive branch having the power to do these strikes. I went into all that on my video on Saturday. I just wanted to basically say that this is the first piece of info since then that supports that theory, I think, in a way. I've heard last night, I listened to Mike Cernovich on Alex Jones, and they're talking ground invasion in Syria with 150,000 of our troops. So, who knows? It's kind of up in the air. Obviously, I want to believe that what Trump did was the right thing, maybe even for the wrong reasons. I don't believe in the executive branch having that much power. Philosophically, that is not what I'm about. But as we've seen, the Constitution eroded over the last 30, 40 years in centralizing power in the executive branch. Clearly, you can see any number of times that similar strikes have been ordered by the president. I don't agree with that. I don't agree that the president should have that power. I want to make myself very clear that ideologically I stand 100% with Rand Paul. I'm only hoping that what President Trump did was the correct thing. I have to imagine that he has, first of all, that he's smarter than I am, okay? I'm not tooting my own horn here, but I'm a pretty smart guy. And I'm assuming that a billionaire, when you can go back in the 80s and watch him talking with, like, Tom Brokaw, I'm pretty sure it was. He's 33. I'm 34 right now. He was 33 and already buying and building, Trump Tower and things like that. So, I believe it was Trump Tower. I was pretty sure I just watched that the other day. Anyway, point being, the guy is a genius in my opinion, I hope. And if that is the case, if I'm right about him being a genius, I hope he's playing 4D chess. I do not ideologically agree with the move, but maybe it was the best move. And I stated the China thing, that it was, leverage for a meeting, perhaps. It would get the signal across to China, and really all this serious stuff might have been more about China. It's very Machiavellian, okay? And I don't, it's very emotionally charging at this point. So I'm not going with the knee-jerk reaction. I want to make it clear that Rand Paul is the most correct party I've seen come out with any of this. But I'm not off the Trump train yet. And I'm not giving up on him yet. And I'm not taking my flag down off my house yet, okay? But if we start going into ground invasion mode and things start looking like that, and things start going to hell in a handbasket, the Trump stuff could come down. It is our job to keep him honest. It is our job to keep him focused on what he needs to be doing. So I can only hope that what he did with Syria was the right thing to do. But today, really the point of this video was the fact that I just released my reading of the Hedge article, and that directly supports the China theory, if you get my drift. So it's China's problem. I don't want to get into the whole North Korea problem, but this is, in my opinion, a good sign that China's coming on board to do something about the North Korean problem. So props there, happy that's happening. North Korea sucks and is the worst place on earth, probably. So those people, it would be awesome if they could liberate themselves, or with other people's help. I do not support any sort of ground invasion going in there, but like Stick said, and I agree with this, North Korea is one of the very few places where we could absolutely, help those people. That's the last really hardcore totalitarian communist nation as you could get. So we'll keep you tuned in, trying to keep these videos short and to the point. So this is a pretty decent one at 5.5 minutes. All right, have a great day, everybody. Peace.